Hello, this is Devin Shetka, and here's how Vancouver is environmentally vulnerable. Above all else, Vancouver is vulnerable to rising sea levels. According to CTV News Vancouver, ranking based on population and elevation puts Vancouver in the top 20 when it comes to cities that will be submerged as ocean levels rise. This is due to how Vancouver is situated exactly on the coastline. Many of its buildings and businesses are built right on the shore, and so if the sea level rises enough, they will be flooded. Not only that, but it'll also erode the beaches of Vancouver and possibly permanently cover certain areas in water, especially the floodlands. So what will happen if Vancouver takes no measures to change this? Studies posted on Vancouver's official website state that by 2100, we could see up to a 1.4 meter increase in sea level. This would compound with the fact that Vancouver regularly experiences winter storms, whose winds can push water levels up anywhere from 50 centimeters to 100 centimeters above normal sea level. Storm surge, wind, and waves already are problematic at the current sea level, especially with how much flooding they cause. And so the sea level rising up potentially 2 meters would almost certainly ensure that a significant portion of the city's buildings and infrastructure is destroyed. Furthermore, once sea level rises, it doesn't usually decrease. It sort of acts like inflation does for currency. So if Vancouver doesn't act soon, the problem's only going to get worse. If it acts too late to combat rising sea levels, it might be too late. Sea levels rising to 2 meters higher than the current level almost seems inevitable, and it's a ticking time bomb for Vancouver's destruction. It only gets worse from here. Something unique about Vancouver's culture or history that impacts its response to climate change is how it's located right on the northwestern coast of North America. This area gets an incredible amount of rainfall, which leads to Pacific storms being common. Usually they're very intense, with strong winds and heavy precipitation, especially during the winter months. As a result, the city already has to be incredibly mindful of its coastline and waters, and how levels will occasionally rise. So the city does have a lot of water-based infrastructure already, and they're very familiar with most aspects of the sea level. So going forward, they just have to account for changes in that sea level and the storms.